Miss Marisa's classroom. We are now going to focus on word analysis, and I'll be modeling the study of word structure, or also known as morphology. This is when students learn to read meaningful chunks of words to develop fluency and build academic vocabulary. So let's take a look at what happens in grades 2 and 3 in open court reading. If you take a look behind me, you will see I put words up here from the lesson that focus in on our suffixes in English, okay, some popular ones. So let's take a look at some of the suffixes we put here on the board. Ready? Let's read the word brighter, simpler, strongest, dirtiest. Now, what our lesson tells us to do is to let the students know what these endings truly do to the words. How does it change the meaning? And why do we have these suffixes? Now, what I'd like for you to see is that if the word brighter, because right now the focus is not on decoding. The focus is on word parts. So we have bright, right? We have bright, and then we add er. Now, the students have learned the er sound, right? ER, IR, UR, all say the sound er. So we're going to reinforce that, but not necessarily decode. Again, if the students need decoding, you can, but this is word parts. So we reinforce in brighter, in simpler, and we let the students know, according to the lesson, does what? It means what? A comparative. It's comparing something. Boys and girls, it's brighter today outside. The sun is way brighter than it was yesterday. So I'm comparing. So what does ER mean? It's comparing something. It's considered a comparative, right? Now let's look at this. Strongest, dirtiest. What are we looking at, everybody? Which suffix? EST. What does that do to the word? It makes it a what? A superlative, the best, right? So strongest, the man who can pull the car with his teeth. I saw it on TV, boys and girls. He is the strongest man in the world. So that makes it a superlative, the best. Okay, everybody, what does EST mean? Superlative. What does ER mean? A comparative, right? So now we go on line 2. There's a different purpose for line 2. When we do word analysis, we have purposes for each line, okay? So now we're looking at waiter, driver, editor, and survivor, okay? Now we're going to look at the suffixes ER, OR, and OR. And we explain to the students that these are suffixes that we add to verbs, okay? When we add these suffixes to verbs, they become nouns. They are the person who does this verb. Does that make sense? So the driver does what? He drives. So these suffixes actually change the verb to a noun, the person who does that action. Does that make sense? Okay. Now let's look at line 3. Are you ready? Everybody, here we go. Suffix, what do you think the suffix is, boys and girls, on each line? Ah, yes, you found out, right? Ness. Let's look at these. Okay, let's read. Numbness, quickness, newness, tenderness. And guess what ness does to the word, everybody? It actually changes the adjective to a noun. So if the word is new, adding ness to it makes the word a noun, okay? So new, ness, the act of being new. Does that make sense, everybody? Quick, the act of being quick. Quickness means, right, everybody? The quality of, the state of, or the measure of. Ness suffixes means the quality of, the state of, or the measure of. So ness changes it to a noun. So when we add ness to the words, numbness, quickness, newness, tenderness, it changes this to a noun. It was an adjective with tender. Adding ness to it makes it a noun, which means the quality of, or the state of, or the measure of. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye. For more on word analysis and additional lessons on all foundational skills, count on Open Court Reading with its proven research and 5-decade legacy.